Do you sometimes feel lonely on weekends or after work, with maybe being single for the first time now that you're approaching 50 and all your friends have families to look after, maybe parents to care for, and as in my case, your family might be living overseas or too far away so that you cannot just drop in every Sunday morning for breakfast? I'm Beck, I'm in my late 40s, have migrated from Germany to Australia about 20 years ago. I do have a lot of friends here in Melbourne, but as I said, they're often busy with their own lives and families and the double burden of children and older parents to care for. And so yes, I seem to have a lot of extra time to fill. And I think I found some pretty good ways of doing that, and I can only say I'm very happy with my life at the moment, and I thought I will take you for a little walk and share my experiences and ideas that I've come up with to fill my life and be happy. So come with me. So the first thing I started doing while living through the extensive lockdowns here in Melbourne during COVID was getting out into nature and just taking myself for a simple walk like I do now. If I can, I try and drive somewhere nice and do a proper hike or do a nice walk in a beautiful park, etc. But if I don't have the option for that, I might just go out my front door and just go for a walk around the area for half an hour. I do my best thinking while I do that. Also, it really fills you with a bit of endorphins, fills your time, and your whole body feels better afterwards. So yes, get out, get off the couch if you feel a little bit depressed, anxious or lonely, and enjoy the sunshine if you can. I promise you'll be feeling a hell of a lot better afterwards. I also know that, thank goodness, COVID is more or less over and not being talked about a lot anymore. We'll try and go camping on the weekends as often as I can, and I'm lucky enough to work in education, so I do have school holidays off, and I will go and just do simple trips, couple of nights for, as often as I can while the weather allows it. I do take friends camping often, but I've actually found that I enjoy going by myself sometimes even more, because every time I've gone with friends, you literally will only talk to your friends. But if you go on your own, you will meet other people and hear their interesting life stories and what's happened to them. And often I do walk away thinking, well, life's actually not too bad. I have been feeling sad and a bit depressed, but now I feel a lot better about myself because these people have been through so much more, or they just put a smile on my face because we had a good time, we had a wine, we sat around the campfire. So yes, if you have the time, get out into nature, do long walks, or if you can, actually get away and do a little weekend away in a house, a cabin, whatever you prefer, whatever tickles your fancy, and you'll feel lots better. The second thing I changed after the COVID lockdowns and when that feeling lonely crept in a little bit was I bought myself a dog. Yes, that's not for everybody and it's a big commitment, but if you've ever thought about getting a pet, a dog or a cat or a bunny, whatever you prefer, I can only recommend it. I went for a dog because I've always been a dog person, and I sort of through the lockdowns did borrow my friends' pets a little bit to keep me sane. But yes, afterwards I did decide and got myself a puppy. He is a lot of work, but I also love him to bits. He also gets me out and about, so I do a lot more walking, especially when I'm feeling down and a bit tired and depressed. I don't really have a choice. He needs to go out, and so yes, it helps me every time. Seeing how happy he is when he does get out and we explore new areas makes me happy and fills my bucket lots and lots. So yes, if you can, get yourself a pet. They're great travel companions and they just put a smile on your face every single day, because no one will be so happy to see you than your dog or cat when you come home. I can promise you that. So the third thing I started doing after becoming single, after a long relationship and now being nearly in my 50s, was actively looking and searching for people that are my kind of people, that have the same interests than me, or that just make me feel good being around them. So I joined quite a few meetup groups. You can find it on the internet. If you Google meetup groups, it'll come up. It's an app and you will literally find groups for every interest out there, from hiking to swimming to book clubs, catching up for wines, playing board games, you name it, it's all out there. And so far in my experience, it's always been lovely people that I met. I'm not in contact with them, all of them, all the times, but I have met one or two that I would call friends by now. And the others you just see randomly when you decide to join one of the events. And there's no pressure. It's free, so it doesn't cost any money. And yes, it's just a great way of getting out and about and meeting new people in a safe kind of way. So yes, meetup groups, check them out. Staying on the social media topic, I've also joined quite a few Facebook camping groups because I do love camping, so that's my interest at the moment. And there's even a lot of Facebook groups out there that are especially for solo women traveling. And I'm sure in your country there'll be some of those as well. Here in Australia there is one called Solo Women Traveling with Dogs. It's great. People are absolutely amazing. They support each other. If you're traveling on your own, you can always put a post in there saying, I will be there this weekend. Anyone else around, or can anyone give me any suggestions for the area, what to do, what's worthwhile, what to look out for? And yes, all those groups that I've joined, especially the ones for solo women, seem to be a highly supportive social media space. And yes, I can only highly recommend to give them a go, have a look. It might be that in your area of interest there is a group around, and hopefully they're as highly supportive as the ones I've joined. Number 4, I think we're at. Another thing I've started more actively doing than, especially before COVID and while I was in a relationship, is nurturing my interest or my hobby. So yeah, find something you enjoy doing, find something that brings you joy, and something that you will do even when not feeling great and when you're feeling a little bit down. It could be reading, gardening. For me, often it's walking and hiking, camping, you name it. Do what makes you happy, and maybe do something that you maybe weren't able to do as much while you were in a relationship, and that has sort of falling down the back ways a little bit. I've got a friend who's, now that she's single, has started painting again, and she hasn't done it for years, but it really brings her joy. So she set up a little painting area at home and is doing that after work on the weekends. So yes, find what brings you joy, find what makes you happy, and try and get better at it. YouTube is another thing that I've obviously started and still practicing how to do well, but it's something new. Learn something new, make your brain stretch, and I'm quite enjoying the process. It's something to do, it makes me smile, it teaches me new skills, and I'm quite proud of some of the videos I've done so far. I couldn't have done that 6 months ago, and it keeps me entertained, and it stops me from sitting on the couch and feeling a little bit sorry for myself because no one loves me and I'm lonely and I'm just staring at the TV screen watching Netflix, which I have to say I do enjoy thoroughly and a lot, but it doesn't quite help when you actually want some social interaction or you're just feeling a little bit down. So yes, get out there, find something you love and just do it. Okay, and lastly, and this one is maybe a little bit tricky when you're already feeling down and lonely and you're maybe feeling a little bit sorry for yourself that you're solo again and you really would like to have a partner and it's all not happening. I found I have to sometimes force myself to actually go out and socialize. I can't say I'm an introvert, but I do enjoy my own company, and I do enjoy sitting at home on the couch, watching some TV, walking the dog by myself, and just do life sort of in a slow pace and just the way I want it. I guess it does help. I do work in education, as I said before, so I'm really busy all week and all day. So by the time I get home, I'm quite tired and my social bucket is really empty. So my social batteries need a bit of recharging, but I do find then I end up spending too much time by myself and then feeling sorry for myself and starting to feel a little bit depressed and lonely again. So by now I'm actually forcing myself sometimes to actively check with friends, see what they're up to, and try and join some more things that are happening. And even if it's not joining something, but just a phone call at night, even though you're tired, give your friend a ring and have a chat, or just a quick coffee can really go a long way of making you feel a lot better. And just making you feel fulfilled and happy again. And that might be all you need. One coffee on the weekend, and the rest of the time you might be quite happy to just spend on your own and do whatever you want to do. So yes, don't get lazy in catching up with your friends. It does take effort to keep friendships up. family is the same. It does take effort, and especially if you're all busy working, or when we're all busy working, organizing our own lives and trying to fit everything in. But yes, don't just wait for people to call you. Pick up the phone, send a text message, see what everybody else is up to, and just get your ass out the door and do some stuff. I promise you, afterwards you feel lots and lots of better. And afterwards, I promise you feel lots better. And I so often have come home thinking, oh, that was a great evening or a great night or a great catch up for brunch, even though I didn't feel like it, but I'm glad I went. So yeah, that's just a quick rundown on what I've sort of started doing since being single again and coming through COVID lockdowns and traveling the world and moving country, leaving a lot of friends behind, making new friends, etc. So yeah, hopefully some of these tips might help you out as well. If you are feeling a bit low today, just get out. It's a beautiful day. Go for a walk, connect with someone, or do something you really love doing. Don't worry about the housework, the washing, the cooking, whatever else needs doing. Just do something for yourself, and I promise you, you'll be great.